Good morning. Just wanted to say a few things. I'm a black Christian woman, but I want you to forget the Christian part because the radicals are going to say, "Oh, she's bringing religion, and she's radical religious, and she hates everybody, and whatever." But I'm talking to the women of all races. Now, if you're a proponent for the gay rights movement, you're giving away a lot of our rights because now the gay rights movement wants to compete in women's sports. First you're taking away a young girl's right to grow up and have her own bathroom when she's now beginning to know her body and know her mind and know everything. You guys want her to share a bathroom with a guy who feels he's a woman at a young age. Okay, so you're giving that up. But you're giving up sports. Now, we fought a long time to be equal to men, um, to build up our sports, to build up our tennis, basketball, what have you. But now we're giving up our rights for guys who feel that they're girls to compete with the women. You think that's right? Now, seriously, do you think that most of our physicalities can compete with men? And I'm not just trying to say that to say, oh, well, I can do anything that a man can do. Most of the times we can, but a lot of things we can't, and we have to face facts with that. I myself took a job on that was dominated by men, and I did fine at it. I did a great job, but certain positions, you know, men had to hold. And as a woman officer, I had to face facts about that, you know. And but it disturbs me. It's not that I'm against gay people from getting married or anything. I mean, before, but it's legal now, so you as a person you accept it. But they want to make religious people, and I'm not religious. I'm religious to the fact where I'm crazy religious. I just believe in God and that the world was created by God, and people supposed to be good to each other and love each other, and try to do the best thing. You follow the doctrine of the Bible and be good to people and whatever. And but when you mention God, they just automatically think you hate, and that's not a true Christian. True Christian, you love people, and like God, you just don't like what they do. Just like God don't, He loves me, but He doesn't like what I do, because I'm sure I do things that, I know I do things that God don't agree with. So I'm no better than anybody. I'm no better than a gay person, and they're not better than us. And we keep giving up our rights as human beings to the gay rights movement. The, you know, they're jumping on our bandwagon, the black bandwagon, to get all their rights. They get it and then they jump off like any other group. Blacks have not received any benefits from our movement at all. We haven't. Everybody else received benefits. You know, the women's rights movement, it was the white women that, have to lead the way, and then they get the raises, then the black women get the raises, and so on and so forth. You understand? Because there's more of them. So they have to more or less lead the way to show people whatever. But all this stuff about, oh, everybody got to be equal. Everybody must feel thing, and if you don't like this person, and if you don't like this thing, you're a hateful person. No, you don't have to be a hateful person to not to believe their doctrine. You're not going to keep forcing your lifestyle onto people and bullying your lifestyle onto people so, you can get what you want. You have to deal with God. You don't have to deal with us. We don't care what you do. We don't care who you see. We don't care who you sleep with. I don't. I don't care who you sleep with. I don't. I don't care who you sleep with. God does. So don't get mad because we not saying that you're gonna make it to heaven, or this is how you was born, or you know God, you're gonna get to heaven, or God loves you, or whatever. God does love you. He just don't like what you do. He does. He loves you. He just don't believe men supposed to sleep with men and women supposed to sleep with women. But he loves you. But you on earth, so live your life. The Christian faith is not a hateful faith. You try to make it out to be that. The masses now. Because the masses try to do that because of money, because they know gay people spend a lot of money. But so does blacks. So does whites, so does Puerto Ricans, so does Chinese. Everybody spends money. So stop using your money to bully people into believing your doctrine. Agree to disagree. Nobody hates you. You hate yourself because it's not acceptable around the world, your lifestyle. But we love you. We do. I don't hate you for who you love or what you want to do in your life or whatever. So stop hating me and stop hating Christians. People are so afraid of saying they're Christians and saying that they believe in the Bible and whatever, because when they hear when you guys hear that, you feel guilty in your mind, so you want to say, "Oh, they hate." No, nobody hates you. Stop making Christians and Muslims and whatever religion out to be hateful because you want your doctrine passed and you want to feel whole as a person. Go see a psychiatrist for all that. But now you intruding your life on little girls who wants to get into certain sports. They can't compete with you. You may feel like a girl, but if a woman has to fight you, you're going to beat the shit out of a woman. Why? Because you're a man. Inwardly. All that testosterone, don't matter if you take all kind of estrogen or whatever, you're still a man. So if you have to fight a little girl, suppose, now you can go into the boxing ring. You're going to beat the shit out of that woman. That real woman. You're going to beat the shit out of that woman because you're a man physically. Forget about mental. Mentally, you want to be a woman. Fine. I don't care. But you're still a physical man. No matter what pills you take, no matter what operation you get, don't matter what. You was born a man. So therefore, if you compete against most women, I'm not talking about, Amazonian women where, they're built and, and maybe you'll beat them too. But that's like one in, the average woman, if a woman goes up against a man and they have to fight or they have to do sports or whatever, most women, so I don't want Lisa Leslie and all of them say, well, I can beat a man in basketball or whatever. Fine. If you want to give up rights, little girls' rights, because y'all too scared to speak up, and y'all too scared to lose them dollars, please, by all means. And when you have a little girl that's not lesbian and that's straight and she wants to do something, she can't because she keeps getting beat and she can't go to the Olympics no more. She can't do this. You don't see the future. You want everybody to be non-binary and all that nonsense. It was boy or girl. Whatever is happening in between, it's up to you. That's your decision to do this. Nobody is prejudiced against you because you're non-binary or you're You're prejudiced against yourself. So you want the masses to feel that they're prejudiced. And you keep bullying people to say that others are prejudiced and we're not. And then people are so afraid to say anything that they wanna give up their future children life because of your nonsense. I'm saying. Yo, sometimes I think I'm Beyonce, but I'm not. I feel inwardly that I am just as beautiful as Beyonce. But look at me. I'm not. So should I go change my name? Should I go to Coca-Cola or Pepsi or whatever and say, send that check to me because I feel that I am Beyonce? I'm saying. I feel. For real. Ain't nobody can tell me I'm ugly. Ain't nobody can't tell me that I am not just as sexy as her. So therefore, I am Beyonce. Because isn't that your doctrine? If you feel it, that's what you are. So I feel like Beyonce. So therefore, I am going to call somebody and tell them, listen, the check comes to this area and this account. And you understand? Because I feel that. Not really, but, I'm using it as I feel that. So who are you to stop me and tell me that I'm not Beyonce? Or I'm not Michelle Obama? I feel like it. I feel like I'm the queen of my castle, and I feel like, for real. So everybody who feels that way is supposed to get the rights? And if I feel that way, I can go walk through Michelle Obama's door and claim her house or claim her life or Beyonce's life? Am I supposed to do that? Am I supposed to do that because I feel that? Or are you going to put me to reality and say, no, girl, you're not. You're not Beyonce. You're Rhonda from the block. And this is your life. Deal with it as much as you can. Take whatever medication you can and deal with it. Go live your regular life. Nobody cares. You'll tell me that. You'll tell me that, right? Or you'll call me crazy. So why don't you do that to the gay movement? Why? Why are we all being bullied by this movement to bring their lifestyle onto us? Nobody cares about your lifestyle. Everybody loves you. Nobody cares who you're seeing. Nobody cares who you're having sex with. Nobody cares. You're the one that's making it difficult for yourself. The same way that blacks had the opportunity not being able to, blacks and minorities were not able to rent certain things or whatever. It's a pre-thing in the mind that if a black move in, it's going to be messed up. Even I had that. Even I and some blacks can admit, because I know a lot of blacks is going to watch. No, I didn't. Yeah, you know that. You know that, oh, if they move in, the neighborhood is going to go down. Because we had that disposition too. So blacks had that. Spanish people had that. Gays have that. We all had that. We all had that. Nobody cares. It's 2021. Nobody cares. You can live where you want to live. You can see who you want to see. You can screw who you want to screw. Stop torturing the children. Stop trying to feed this mess onto our children. Just feed that you're supposed to love each other no matter what. But you want all these rights and you're forgetting about other people's rights. We can't pray in school. We in America, we can't even salute the flags. Why are you coming to America? To change everything here. Why? Why are you coming here? Since you love your country so much. And you want to change everything about America to become the country that you just ran away from. Ocasio and Bernie Mac, or Bernie Sanders, peoples. Why? You running from your country. Then when you land here and you become a citizen, oh, I'm a citizen, but I don't like America, and I don't want to salute the flag. I don't want to say the prayer, and I hate all our forefathers. Because they was all white and white slave owners. Do you know back in the day? I don't know if you because you're so fed this nonsense. Do you know sometimes back in the day, some of our forefathers bought slaves because they thought in their mind they were saving them from a meaner slave owner. So they purchased us to save us from the real terror out there of the other slave owners. But you don't want to admit that because that's that's giving white people, a heads up. Why you hate white people so much? Why? The job you got probably a white person gave you. The apartment you got probably a white person gave you. Why you hate white people so much? What did they do to you? That's back in the day. I'm not telling you forget it. But the people now, what did they do? They're trying very hard to show us that yes, we understand. We're trying to right our wrongs. But you hate white people so much. Why? You don't want to give them no credit. None whatsoever. No credit. Just like you didn't want to give Trump any credit for nothing. You didn't want nothing good happening to him. And he was trying to save American jobs. He was trying to bring jobs back. But you didn't want to hear that. All of a sudden, the man became racist. All of a sudden, he was racist. Stop spreading these lies. Stop feeding these children with all your crap. Let a child be a child. Stop hijacking our children's mind. Love yourself. Love yourself. You have the right to live wherever. You have the right to be whomever. You have the right to be with whomever you want. But you don't have the right to keep, feeding our children with all this mess and going into schools, and you don't have the right for that. And Democrats, where do you think all this money is coming from? Is it fair for one or two countries? Because each country has a certain amount of people that they let in each year. Do you think it's fair for one or two countries to have the majority of people come into the country? What about Africa? People is trying to come over here too. What about other countries? Chinese people is trying to come over here. But if two countries alone takes up all the room, what about the other countries? Y'all didn't think about that, right? But, oh, no, you're protesting. Oh, let them in. Break down the wall. No, it's not a race thing. It's an economic thing. Where do you think all this money is coming from? The American dollar is beginning to mean nothing because y'all want to give and support only certain amount of people. And you don't care about the other immigrants of the other countries. You don't. Because all you're thinking about, they're going to become citizens and they're going to vote Democrat. Meanwhile, the other countries, what? You don't think they're going to vote Democrat too? Nobody hates them. It's just that you're going to let 50 million of them in, and 2 Africans, 2 Chinese, 2 this, 2 that. That's not fair. I got people from my country that want to come up here too. I got people from Jamaica who want to come up here too, or other islands. So why 2 countries alone is getting all the room up in America? Why? Think about it, people. Bye.